So let us learn what is inner join. So inner join will compare each row of both the tables and then find out the rows which are satisfying the condition that we have mentioned. Once it has identified the rows, it will provide us the column values of both the tables that we have specified in the select statement. In other words, inner join finds out the intersection first. So for example, if you have a group which contains A, B, C, D, and you have another group which contains D, E, F, G. If you find the inner join of these two groups, you will find the intersection point which is only D, which is present in both the groups. So this is inner join. With this graphic also you can see inner join is the shaded part which is common between the two tables. So it will find out that shaded part first, and then for that shaded part it will give you the values of all the columns that you have mentioned in the select clause. Let us look at the syntax of this inner join. We will provide the column names in the select from table 1. Then we will write inner join table 2, and then we will give the condition, the join predicate, which will start with on table 1 dot the column which we have to match with table 2 column. When we are specifying the columns also, since there are two tables involved, we'll need to specify the table also, then the column name. Let us look at this from the example. Now suppose in a table of sales where we have the sales of 2015, if I want to plot the name of the customer and the age of the customer against each order line, how do I do that? Inner join will help me in that. So I will write select a dot order line. So a is an alias here for the table sales 2015. If you remember, we assigned aliases to column names in the video titled as. We are using the same as keyword to now provide alias to a table such as sales 2015 is been given alias of A, and customer 2060 has been given an alias of B. So when I am writing these names, I can either write sales underscore 2015 dot order underscore line, and then sales underscore 2015 dot product underscore id every time, or I can just provide a short alias of a and write a dot order line comma a dot product id, and so on. So I want the order line, product id, customer id, the sales value, and the customer name and customer age. So all these six columns are part of my select clause. From has table 1 name, inner join table 2 name, on this will be the condition which will be matched in both the tables. So it will be a dot customer id is same as b dot customer id. So the customer id is same in both the tables. Only when this condition is met, all the six values will be taken out and provided to us in the result set, and we will be ordering this by the customer id. Let us go and write this in the pgadmin. So we will select from the first table, we want the order line. I'll correct the spelling of order. Then a dot product id, then a dot customer id, then a dot sales, b dot customer name, and b dot age. These are the six columns. Now I'll specify the table name from table 1. Table 1 is sales 2015 as a, inner join table 2 name customer underscore 20 60 under 60 as B on A dot customer ID is equal to B dot customer ID. Order by customer ID. Let us select this query and run it. So you can see that I have got the order line, product ID, customer ID and sales value from the first table, which is the sales table, and customer name and age from the customer table, where customer ID is same in both the cases. So just to confirm that the resultant table is actually intersection of both the tables, we will find out some particular customer IDs which are not part of any one of the tables and confirm that they are not part of the result table also. So let us find out the customer IDs in the sales table. So let us remember 10315 and 10375, these two customer IDs are in the sales table. Now if I run the second select statement, so if you remember 10315 is missing in the customer table. 10375 is present in customer table, so it should be present in the intersection also. Now let us run the query that we created earlier. So you can see 10315 is missing from this table since it was part of only one table, but 10375 is part of this table since it was present in both the tables. So this is giving us the intersection of the two tables. Similarly, we can find another customer ID which is part of the customer table but not part of the sales table. So for example, this 10480 customer ID is part of customer table, and let us see in the sales table. I think this is missing in the sales table. So 10480 customer ID, we will check if it is present in the inner join table. You can see 10480 is missing from this table since it was present in only the second table. This confirms that it is giving only the intersection part of the two tables. That is inner join for you. In the next lecture, we will look at left join.